Hi guys, I honestly don't see how Kemi Badenoch can stay in her position for much longer. It's frankly way beyond embarrassing, and we're at David Brent levels of cringe. One way Labour can hit Farage is over Brexit. They can point to how immigration numbers were lower when the UK was in the EU, and leaving the bloc was his baby. He's Mr. Brexit, even if he wants to offload that one onto the likes of Theresa May and Boris Johnson. Kemi Badenoch doesn't have that luxury for two reasons. First, she was part of the last Tory administrations, and second, she's a Brexiteer, so she has absolutely nothing to sell to GB News viewers or Reform UK voters. But that doesn't mean she's not going to try.
You can accept for the GB audience that it's more attractive, if you're really concerned about immigration, to look at Nigel Farage promising net zero migration with exceptions for healthcare and other key sectors, and departing from the ECHR on day one.
What I would say to GB News viewers is, aren't you tired of people who just make promises without telling you how they're going to get them, if I may, without telling you how they're going to get them done? I remember watching clips of Nigel Farage saying that he wanted to see more immigration from Africa, wanted to see more immigration from India. He's not saying that anymore. If he was an MP, there'd be clips of him saying these things. We are people who are serious. When we make mistakes, we acknowledge them. Labour pretends it doesn't make mistakes. Mr. Farage is talking, but he does not have the experience. We do. So what I'm saying to your viewers is there is only one party that has the experience, that knows what went wrong and knows how to solve this. And that's the Conservatives.
Does she actually think this is going to work? Does she honestly believe that she thinks that people who, quote unquote, care about immigration are going to look at the Conservatives who saw immigration reach record levels and say, yeah, let's give the Conservatives another go? Is this just hope that she has? See, once again, she can't say, look, immigration numbers are too high because of us. Because then what is she going to offer? Because Farage on the other side is saying, look, if I was in charge, I would bring the numbers down. Farage is talking about net migration of zero. You know, somebody comes in and somebody else goes. Of course, that's not practical. That wouldn't work. But it doesn't have to, because he's not in power. He doesn't have a record to defend. See, he's attacking Labour, who are currently trying to defend their record, and he's attacking the Conservatives, who are trying to protect a record from over the last 14 years on a whole range of issues. I keep saying that the Conservatives would be better off if they had somebody who had just come in recently, somebody who won a by-election, for example. That would be a better leader, because it'd be somebody who could say, look, I'm a break from the past. Stop talking about the last 14 years. I'm going to start afresh. But Kemi Badenoch can't do that. Robert Jenrick can't do that. Liz Truss can't do that. And God forbid Boris Johnson, if he plans to come back, can't do that either. They can't run on a record, because their record is an absolute disaster. So they can say, Nigel Farage, don't trust Nigel Farage, trust us. But the public don't trust you. They kicked you out a few months ago. They don't want you back. So why would they trust you? Maybe this message would work in 4 or 5 years' time. It's not going to work now. The public are still burnt over the last 14 years. They were happy to see the back of you. So running with the same message again is not going to work. You have to come up with something else. But once again, as I said, she's in a corner because she can't criticize Brexit because she's a Brexiteer, and she can't criticize the numbers, the immigration numbers, because it was her party that were in power. So there's nothing she can run on. There's nothing she can offer Reform UK voters or GB News viewers. Nothing. And this is why I think she's not going to last very much longer. Because you need somebody who can win people back. Win people from the centre and win people over from the right. It's a massive task. It will get easier with time, I think. But Kemi Badenoch represents the past. I think the Conservatives need to find somebody who represents the future. If there is even a future for the Conservative Party, which maybe there isn't. Maybe Nigel Farage is the future of the Conservative Party, in a sense. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.